Thursday, December 29, 2016. We are pleased to bring you today's edition of the Government News Brief. Welcome. In the news, construction of an onshore supply base in 2017 will see over 600 persons employed. Agriculture Minister satisfied with the performance of the agriculture sector despite many challenges, and licensed caregivers are expected to execute their functions more effectively. Stay tuned as we bring you these and other stories. Thank you for staying with us. I am Renetta LaFleur. Here are the details. Approximately 600 persons are expected to benefit from employment with the construction of an onshore supply base in 2017. Here are the details. Minister of Natural Resources Raphael Trotman says the base will be constructed at Crab Island in the Berbice River in the new year to the tune of $500 million.
It is believed that this facility is a needed one and is part of the raft of measures intended to ensure that Guyana keeps on the right trajectory in the development of the oil and gas sector. Interviews with a significant number of both local and international interested parties were held at the end of October and in early November.
Just 2 weeks ago, the Ministry of Natural Resources signed a contract for a floating production, storage and offloading facility, FPSO, to be constructed. Guyana is likely to commence oil production in 2020. The onshore facility is expected to supply components to the offshore production vessel. Director of Oil and Gas at Ernst & Young, Chris Pateman, explains what is a supply base.
So what does a supply base look like? And there are lots of examples of different components that can be included, and they don't all have to be in there in one instance, but here's some examples of some of the things. So you'd have maintenance services and fabrication, quayside operations, warehousing, you'd have crew change facilities, spares handling, potentially fabrication of spares, tracking of those spares, fuel supplies, importantly customs licensing and HSE and transport management, and then you'd have the large tech firms.
The 600 jobs will be created with the establishment of the onshore supply base facility. The government recognizes the need for a highly skilled workforce in the oil and gas sector and therefore will be investing in building the capacity of professionals and technicians.
The government, with support from our many partners, seeks to build the capacity of our policymakers, officers, technicians, private sector professionals, and all stakeholders on the issues and challenges surrounding this emerging sector.
The government has a development plan that outlines every aspect of the steps to oil production. This complex and critical document is now awaiting approval by international experts whom the government will be engaging shortly. The Minister of Agriculture, Noel Holder, says he is satisfied with the performance of the agriculture sector despite many challenges faced in 2016. Tiffany Rodius has the details.
At a year-end review today, Minister of Agriculture Noel Holder commends the sector's performance despite poor production in rice and sugar.
We have had some high spots. The fisheries have not done badly. The pesticide board has done pretty well. I'm quite pleased with what NARI has done. The GLDA has shown improvements in many areas, positive. So, by and large, the sector, in my opinion, has not done too badly at all.
Addressing the sugar industry, Minister Holder notes that the ministerial committee which was conveyed to chart the way forward for the industry will be meeting with stakeholders and the opposition on Saturday.
Cabinet would like to get the opposition on board in final decision making with regards to the way forward. Now, we have proposals and we hope to discuss these with the opposition on Saturday. We have sent out invitations to them to come to a meeting in this room at 10 o'clock on Saturday morning, as well as GAU, as well as the NASI, and I think the Guyana Labour Union that handles the sugar terminal, and have it fleshed out. Our thoughts, get a feedback from them.
Minister Holder notes that a continued investment in sugar is not viable, but efforts are being made to ensure workers are taken care of.
Workers on the Wales estate who could be absorbed at IFLUT would be offered jobs at that location. Some will also be employed in diversification programs planned for Wales.
Addressing rice, the other major sector in agriculture, Minister Holder says the sector is a success story amidst growing challenges.
Government has been diligently employing various technologies in an effort to reduce the impact of severe weather on farmers. And in 2017, this will continue with increased emphasis on specialty rice varieties, with increased emphasis on development of value-added production, such as rice, wheat flour blend, rice noodles, pasta, and pre-cooked rice products.
Meanwhile, Guyana remains self-sufficient in poultry production while fundamental building blocks have been established in the fisheries sector. In the coming year, major drainage and irrigation works are expected to be completed in several regions, which will benefit agricultural production. Agriculture remains a priority for addressing several socio-economic issues and for fostering economic development. For the Government News Brief, I'm Tiffany Rogers.
Day and night care centers will better execute their duties through child care licenses distributed by the Social Protection Ministry. Shanta Goberdan tells us more.
13 representatives of childcare facilities were given a childcare service license as a stamp of respect and standardization for early childcare. Licensing has become mandatory. The Social Protection Minister, Valda Lawrence, explains.
One of the dramatic changes in our society over the years has been the increased participation of our toddlers and young children in early childhood settings. This demand for non-parent care has arisen as a result of our women joining the labor force. Consequently, the provision for childcare services during the day as well as the night increased so that parents could execute their jobs without having to stress over the protection of their children.
Minister Lawrence notes that the government recognizes the need for all childcare facilities to have the same quality of service and care. One of the childcare workers that received a license explains.
The name of my school is Doret's A to Z Play School and Daycare Center, and it's located across the river at Freedom Hoop. And it was founded by my mom, and then I took it over. And we're existing for like about 24 years, and I've been a caregiver for like about 12 years since I've came out of school. And I'm excited, I'm happy, because we work so hard in maintaining the schools and protecting the kids and caring for the kids and loving for the kids every day. And it's nice and it's nice that we can actually be licensed now, and you know the world can know. I'm so thankful for everybody, the minister and the for Child Protective Services for doing this. This is a great thing.
The licensing process for the early childhood setting was introduced in 2011. However, under the present administration, it recommenced and will expand in 2017. Alicia Harris, another early childhood worker from Alico ABC Playgroup, explains.
I've been in childcare job for over 24 years. I was a caregiver and then opened my own business. I want to say it is a privilege today because many times you may go to approach agency and they will say, where is your license? Does your business have a license? And I said no, but it is a privilege today that I can proudly say my business is licensed. So I want to say thank you to the minister and her team.
Road users experienced a tragic year as the number of accidents increased by 10% in 2016 despite numerous education campaigns. Isaiah Braffett tells us more.
Traffic Chief Dion Moore, during a press conference today, indicated that 2016 has indeed been a tragic year for road users. There were 116 fatal accidents with 127 deaths compared to 105 fatal accidents with 123 deaths for the corresponding period last year. The Traffic Chief says this indicates a 10% increase in fatal accidents and a 3% increase in deaths. Pedestrians continue to be the largest category of road users killed, totaling 32 deaths. The Traffic Chief feels that enforcement of the traffic laws is critical to curbing the issue.
For the years, we have charged 23,934 drivers for speeding. For driving under the influence of alcohol, we have charged 3,279. Unlicensed driver, we have charged 1,701. Cell phone, 1,603. And for music in public transportation, we've charged 4,607.
According to the Traffic Chief, the launch of Operation Safeway has helped to decrease the number of fatal accidents.
Having launched Operation Safeway to date, we've noticed when compared to last year, we're at a 30% decrease in the amount of fatal accidents that would have occurred between last year and this year, a 2.1% decrease in serious accident, a 23% decrease in minor accident, but in the damage accident, there's been an increase by 44%.
The traffic chief says that Operation Safeway will continue into 2017 as it has been causing road users to adhere to the traffic laws. Motorcyclists have been recorded as the second highest category of road users involved in accidents for 2016. For 2017, the traffic chief says there will be more emphasis placed on enforcing traffic laws for motorcyclists. Isaiah Braffett for the Government News Brief.
Ministry of Foreign Affairs taps into skills of former Director General. Paul McAdam has the details.
The former Director General of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Elizabeth Harper, has been contracted by the ministry, according to Minister Carl Greenidge. Addressing the media today during the Foreign Affairs Ministry's year-end press conference, the minister explained that the former high-level ambassador possessed a unique skill set which is needed at the ministry.
As Director General and as a member of the staff of the ministry for many years standing, she had worked very closely on the matters pertaining to sovereignty and the documentation.
The Foreign Affairs Minister says that in addition to the ministry's high staff turnover as a result of problems with record storage and maintenance, staffers have been challenged to carry out policies as effectively as they should.
In this ministry, for example, I'm able to point to you many rooms that have a lot of documents. And few people in here, if any, can tell you what the documents are. So that is one side, and in that side we try to, and we've been trying to utilize the knowledge of those who would have worked here in the past.
Minister Greenidge adds that due to the delicacy of sovereignty issues, the ministry has been utilizing Harper's skills to assist in that area.
And that is ongoing, it will continue.
Elizabeth Harper was close to retirement when she stepped down as Director General of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to be the running mate of the People's Progressive Party civic presidential candidate Donald Ramotar prior to the 2015 general elections. The career diplomat served with distinction as Ghana's ambassador to CARICOM and worked for a number of years at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Paul McAdam for the Government News Brief.
Those are the reports we covered in today's edition of the Government News Brief. The details of these and other stories can be found on GNews website. We encourage you to stay updated and subscribe to our website and YouTube channel. All government and other information can be accessed from GNews website. Remember to join us again tomorrow as we bring you another edition of the Government News Brief. I am Renetta LaFleur. Thank you for watching.